How's everybody doing today? Hotep, hey, this is Michael M. Hotep, founder of the African History Network, host of the African History Network show. I'm a talk show host, researcher, lecturer, writer, and historian. So it is Sunday, August 1st, 2021. And I wanted to come on and tell you about a new promotion that we have. People have been asking about advertising with the African History Network. And I want to let you know about a promotion that we have for you to promote your African-American owned business or businesses with the African History Network and advertise during the African History Network show that airs 6 days a week. So hope everybody's doing well. A lot of people are looking for low cost ways to promote their businesses and reach thousands of people on a weekly basis. And our current promotion is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. Buy 1 month, get 2 months free. And what we do is we take your 30-second to 60-second commercial, a video commercial, and we air that during the rebroadcast of our shows, and then also during the live broadcast of our shows as well. So if you don't have a video commercial, we can create one for you at no additional charge. Our current promotion right now is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. So you can try us out. And this is a low cost opportunity for you to reach thousands of people across the country. We re-air shows throughout the day of the African History Network show. And also your ads will be in the audio podcast of our shows also. So we're on 9 different audio podcast platforms. Actually, we're on 10 different audio podcast platforms, everything from iHeartRadio to iTunes to Castbox, FM Player, TuneIn, Stitcher. And we take your 30-second to 60-second commercial to promote your business. And this runs during the broadcast and rebroadcast of our shows on our social media platforms, as well as in the audio podcast format. Okay. So you may have an e-commerce store. You may have a brick and mortar store. If you sell African clothing, African garb, if you sell regular everyday clothing, if your business targets African Americans, you want to advertise with the African History Network. African American business owners also post the name of your business here on the thread of the broadcast, and we'll let you know how you can advertise with the African History Network. So our current promotion is buy 1 month, get 1 month free. Buy 1 month, get 1 month free is our current promotion. And you can email us at AHNshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AHNshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com for more information also. So whether you sell health and beauty products, okay, health and beauty products for African Americans, if you are a book author or if you sell books, whether they're history books, self-help books, things like that, that target African Americans, especially children's books. Children's books are a really good seller. You may be into education and you provide educational services, homeschooling. You may have an upcoming conference or event. You may have a restaurant, catering service. Okay, you want to advertise with the African History Network. All right, so we take your commercial. Now, we can create a commercial for you if you don't already have one. If you have one, that's fine. Just make sure that if you have music, it's non-copywritten music. And we place that in the broadcast and rebroadcast of our shows. And it also airs in the audio podcast of our shows as well. So we reach thousands of people on a daily and weekly basis all across the country. So this is a great low cost opportunity for you to expand your business and meet and reach new customers as well. You may have a fitness website. You may have a fitness business. You're a personal trainer. Okay. We know African Americans, we have a high obesity rate. We know more of us are paying attention to health, especially with what's going on right now with coronavirus. Okay. This is an excellent opportunity for you to advertise your business. So you may sell African jewelry, okay? Or you may just sell regular jewelry, but especially African jewelry. If you sell African garb, okay, you want to advertise with the African History Network. How's everybody doing? Everybody share this broadcast on your social media platforms. Invite your friends to tune in as well. Okay, so current promotion is buy 1 month, get 1 month, buy 1 month, get 2 months free. Current promotion is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. That's for a limited time only because we have limited space. Now, we have a deep, rich history when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to cooperative economics, when it comes to economic empowerment. All right. You may have books dealing with history. Okay. You may write books dealing about your personal experiences as well. This is an excellent opportunity to advertise. And when we look at our history, you know, we have a deep, rich history of the co-ops, cooperative economics. Oftentimes we think about co-ops and we think about millennials, or we think about maybe that's something that white people do out in the suburbs. No, if you read Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhard's book, Collective Courage, A History of African American Cooperative Economic Thought and Practice, a history of African American cooperative economic thought and practice. She deals with the history of African Americans and the co-ops, everything from the Colored Farmers Union to the Colored Merchants Association, which came in the Colored Merchants Association came out of the Negro Business League. Colored Merchants Association was created around 1928, and this was a co-op of African American grocery store owners. The Colored Farmers Union, that grew to about 1.2 million members. And what we see is that a lot of these co-ops had to disband because they were being threatened because white people were jealous of their prosperity. Okay. The Colored Farmers National Alliance and Cooperative Union. Okay. This started in Texas in 1886 and it grew to 1.2 million members. So this has, we have a deep, rich history of this type of economic empowerment. We have a deep, rich history of being in business. All right. And oftentimes businesses are looking for ways to advertise, especially African-American owned businesses, looking for ways to advertise and bring on new customers. African-American business owners, post the name of your business here on the thread of the broadcast. Okay. How's everybody doing? And if we look briefly here at this article, I just want to hone in on something here. There was an article from Vice.com. Now, I interviewed Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhard back, I think it's about 2014. She was speaking here in Detroit. There was an article from news1.com about her also. But how Black co-ops can fight institutional racism. And this article is an interview with Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhard, but there's a section here on page 3. There's a section here on page 3 that I think it's page 3. It was a page. No, it's page. Which pages I want? Page 6. I printed out this article. Okay. Here's a picture of Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhard, but page 6. So also, if you may be a member of a co-op as well, you want to promote that co-op also. But a lot of times we talk about other ethnic groups being involved in business and their deep, rich history in business. And we don't understand that we have a deep, rich history in business as well. But there's a section here in the article that talks about, that asks the question, what role has cooperative economics played in Black communities in the U.S.? What role has cooperative economics played in Black communities in the U.S.? And let me try to blow this up here. African Americans have engaged in some form of collective economics throughout our entire history in America. Sometimes it was tilling kitchen gardens on Sundays when we weren't working as enslaved people and sharing the produce. Sometimes it was putting in dues to bury loved ones. Because when we study this history, we're going to see these benevolent societies that raise money to bury loved ones. And we're going to see co-ops that are used to raise money to buy people out of slavery as well. We're going to see different types of benevolent societies like the Free African Society of 1787. Okay. So there's a deep, rich history in entrepreneurship. And these co-ops are principles that we're bringing with us from. And the concept of the co-op is that the members are also owners. Okay, the members are also owners. So the concept of a credit union is a type of cooperative. That's one of the most well-known types of co-ops, the credit union. When you study Berry Gordy, okay, Berry Gordy, founder of Motown Records. Berry Gordy borrowed about $800 that he borrowed from his family's co-op. He bought that money to start Motown Records. Okay, it's about 1959. So we have a deep, rich history in this. Sometimes it was putting in dues to bury loved ones. Now, 1700s and 1800s, we have formalized systems of collective economics that were more enterprise driven, like insurance companies and collective farming. Eventually, we had collective grocery stores, credit unions, and healthcare. Europeans eventually recognized the model around 1844, and it formally came to the U.S. African Americans then started forming official co-ops in the 1860s and 1870s. By the 1880s, labor unions were actually helping workers to start their own co-ops, and African Americans were involved in that too. So she was asked the question, did co-ops play a role in the civil rights movement? She said it was what I call a silent partner to the civil rights movement. It was done by African Americans partly to survive outside of U.S. capitalism, which was so exploitative. It was also to create independence and wealth so we could be more politically active. Now, one of the things that we're going to see is that especially with the Colored Farmers Union, a lot of these co-ops had to end up disbanding because they were being attacked by white people and being threatened, and people were being killed and things like this. So sometimes we had to disband these co-ops for our own survival. All right. So, also what's very important to understand is that when we talk about African history and African culture, all of the great African cultures and civilizations that we like to talk about, whether it's ancient Kemet, whether it's Nubia, Ta-Nehisi, whether you're talking about Ethiopia, Great Zimbabwe, if we talk about Ghana, Songhai, Mali, all these civilizations had some type of economy. They're going to have some type of trading taking place, some type of African marketplace usually. So when we look at our history, is not just African history and culture that's important, and it's our history and culture that gives us our values, our interests, and our principles. This gives us a cultural paradigm that we see reality through. It's not just African history and culture, but it's also economic empowerment. When two of my teachers, Dr. Lyndon Jeffries and Professor James Small, teach, they talk about the pyramid principle, and I talk about the pyramid principle as well. And if we think of a pyramid has three sides. The foundation is African history and culture. This gives us our values, our interests, and our principles. And this also influences how we engage in economics. So when I was talking about the concept of the co-ops, and African people were bringing these cooperative economic concepts to this land, especially coming from West Africa. Your culture also influences how you engage in economics as well. Different cultures have different ways of engaging in economics. We see the Susu system among West African cultures. Okay. A Susu system is a type of lending system, a system to raise money. We see that among Africans coming from the Caribbean, coming from West Africa, coming from Jamaica, different things like this. These are cultural practices. We see this something similar among Japanese and Chinese. So your culture influences how you engage in economics as well. Okay, so we have this in our history. A lot of times people don't understand this history. This is why the book Collective Courage by Dr. Jessica Gordon Nimhard that I was talking about is so important. And the other piece of that pyramid is politics, political empowerment. So we have to have a synthesis of all this: the history, the culture, the politics, the economic empowerment, etc. We have to have a synthesis of this. So African-American owned businesses are very, very important as well. And we have a deep, rich history in entrepreneurship. Oftentimes people will talk about Arabs and Chaldeans and other groups and them having a history in business and things like this. We have that history as well. Okay. And when we study things like the Colored Merchants Association, all right, which was a co-op of African-American grocery stores. And one of the things that the co-ops are doing is they're sharing best practices, they're sharing resources, they're buying products in bulk so they could get a lower price on them, get economies of scale, etc. All right. So when we deal with this history in understanding economic empowerment, we have to tap into that history as well. All right. So African-American business owners, we are continuing that type of history. We're continuing that type of legacy. Okay, African-American business owners, post the name of your business here on the thread of the broadcast. And you can email us at AHNshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, AHNshow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. And we'll let you know how you can advertise with the African History Network. We take your 30-second and 60-second video commercial, and we air it during the rebroadcast of our shows. Okay. And our shows are on 6 days a week, the African History Network show. And then they rebroadcast on our social media platforms. And then also we take the audio version of your commercial and put it into the audio podcast of our shows as well. And we're on actually 10 different audio podcast platforms, everything from iHeartRadio to Stitcher to FM Player, TuneIn, iTunes. Just search for the African History Network show. Now, if you have a commercial already, that's fine. We can use that. If there's music in the commercial, just make sure it's non-copywritten music. If you don't have a commercial, we can create one at no additional charge. You can just email us a script or bullet points, and we can create a commercial for you as well. Okay. So this is a great opportunity for you to reach new customers and all across the country. And we also reach people outside of the U.S. as well through our networks. So you may have an e-commerce store, you may have a brick and mortar store, you may sell African clothing, you may sell regular Western garb, health and beauty products. You may be an author. You may have an online bookstore or a brick and mortar bookstore. If you're in the education, we know that African-American parents are always looking for good content to teach their children, especially dealing with homeschooling. Some people are still educating their children at home because of coronavirus, etc. So homeschooling is big. If you have an upcoming conference or event that you want to market, this is a great opportunity to do that. You may have restaurants or catering service. You may sell African jewelry. You may be a personal trainer. You may have a fitness website, etc. Okay. Email us at AHNShow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. AHNShow@AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. And we'll let you know how you can advertise with the African History Network. Okay. Our current promotion is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. Buy 1 month, get 2 months free. And we have limited space as well. So current promotion is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. African American business owners, post the name of your business here on the thread of the broadcast. All right, current promotion is buy 1 month, get 2 months free. All right, so look, we have to get out of here. Be sure to contact us. We'll let you know how you can advertise with the African History Network. All right, and hopefully everybody has a successful year with their business and growing their business. We know this past year the economy was terrible, and it was we had a lot of African American businesses that closed. Some are starting to open now. They're looking for new ways to bring on and reach new customers. This is an excellent opportunity to do that. All right, look, listen to the African History Network show Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And we broadcast right here on our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, our YouTube channel, Michael M. Hotep, and also on 9:10 a.m. Superstation WFDF. And your commercials will air on our social media platforms. We'll also upload your video commercial right here to our Facebook fan page, the African History Network, as well. All right, we have to get out of here. Remember, at the African History Network, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right now it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. And we'll talk to you next time. Peace.